were aiming for me.
You were looking for a better shot. Right into the
So much for the intro. I didn't mute it. We're talking over ourselves here. It doesn't matter anyway. Nobody's watching.
We are here, the last of the season.
There's Nicholas showing up, says
Hello.
Ghosting. Hi,
Ghosting.
Nicholas. Well, not quite as strong as period, I unfortunately have to say. I think it's the first period. Flint come out a little stronger. They were staying in the way while nobody, it's 3-2 now.
They got an early goal. That's the opposite of what you have to come out that strong, and they came out weak and gave them an opportunity.
I mean, they kept pushing, but just Flint's pushing a little harder out there. And
the shots are still good. I'm
Yeah.
pretty happy with that.
Yeah, but
almost 30 shots, and we still got a period to go.
well, Nickel like that.
Lots for us though. They're still at 14, so
yeah.
Didn't tell the whole story,
Yeah.
but I think they probably should do a better job of staying out of the penalty box. Again, another tale as old as the
let's
season.
talk about Lucas Fisher. He's a captain. I get it. He really likes to go. Like, he likes to get in there. He was like, let's go. Like, and at the end of that period, you probably didn't see as you were running up here, but he was down here talking to Hutchison, the referee, and just having a conversation, shaking his head and going like, I don't know what, but he was there for a good little bit before he went off the ice. So
wasn't happy about his penalty, I suppose, but
possibly, but there was a lot of pushing and shoving going on down there again, and he was trying to take on one of the birds, and I get it. It's critical. I can't imagine the emotions that are happening right now, but as the leader, I don't know. Yeah, stay out of the penalty box. Like, I don't know why there's a need to get in there. This is such a critical time. Like, you can't. I don't know.
I know. I've had the same problems. I think he's emotional, too emotional sometimes, and he ends up in bad positions like that. When we're down, or we're up by one goal, and he's taking a penalty where you're probably wondering why he's punching somebody in the face in front of the net.
Right.
Probably could have done without that, but you end up there, and
especially it's 2:44 left in the first period. Like,
the last thing you want is for
let
them
it go.
to tie it up in the last minute or 30 seconds. It's a killer to go into the locker room knowing that you just gave up a 2-goal lead. But
and we got a goal at 13 seconds left to go in the previous period, so goodness knows Flint Firebirds are capable of pulling that off as well. So I don't know. Who knows? We can only speculate, of course, but this next 20 minutes of hockey, it's always a critical part, but at 3-2 against a strong team like Flint, who's proven time and time again they're capable of coming back from being behind, and they're feeling pretty proud and tall right now because they're in a position and the Sting is not.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about any of this mumbo jumbo about other teams looking at other scores of the games, wondering if they're losing. They know where they are, and they're probably pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I would think so. So I just feel like this next 20 minutes is dangerous hockey for the Sting if they don't just go, okay, pause, breathe, let's have another first period, because that was
the pinnacle of
it. Really was one of the best periods I've seen them play.
Awesome. Just come out and, like I said, time and space and keep the energy level up. But I know you get tired. It's a long season. We're right at the end of it, but you just gotta expend yourself to the very, you might throw up, you might. But it's not going to kill you. You have to give that 100% effort. You can't give 95. You can't give 90%. You have to.
Easy for me to say you can't tie skates, but yes, I get it.
I believe we're at a 1-0 with the Owen Sound game too. I'm sure Abby, if she's watching, she can give us an update. But
okay, I think she said she had to go back, and
not a good look for that other game.
Like Nicholas said, it's do or die hockey right now, and the fans know that as well. It's funny how quick, like the energy of the first period was so amazing. I felt the energy just come down a little bit there in that second period. It's like, oh, and is that the fans going, here we go?
I think that, and speaking for myself, I'm extremely nervous. Everyone knows the stakes. I mean, it's you want to be screaming and at the edge of your seat, but you're so reserved because this is anyone's game at this point with a 1-goal lead. going into the third.
I really felt too, Connor, that there was a lot of, I don't know what you'd call it. I'm not the terminology guy, but the stick. There was just a lot of this going on, trying to get the puck away from the other guys, and it was just like, I don't know how to describe that. You know what I'm saying?
Totally agree with you.
Okay.
7 times out of 10, it's a penalty too, and they're just lazy plays. You don't you skate that extra 2 strides, and you don't have to jam your stick into somebody's skates. Just give that effort. And you're there, you're body to body. You're not focusing on your stick, because I can't imagine. I think they missed calls on us. Like,
yes.
There was probably 3 tripping calls where I was thinking, "Oh, that's a penalty," and I'm looking at the referee and no arm is up. So
we've seen. I think it's Ryan Brown had tripping call on him.
He had
twice.
2 penalties in the first period. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Lazy penalties. You can take a hitting penalty. You can take a fighting. A roughing, this and that. But tripping, hooking, and holding are the laziest penalties you can get.
So there you go. I hope they're listening. I
hope not.
There's the thing. They know. Like, you know, and if you're the coach in the locker room, like, are you giving a reminder of guys, like, or do you? I don't know what happens there. Do they give the inspirational speech right now? I don't think it's time for inspiration. I think it's time for reevaluating quickly and then saying, okay, let's get back to the basics, fundamentals. While there's a serious game going on out there, I think you got to have some fun with it. Like, there's got to be some enjoyment in the play. I can only imagine that when you're working the plays that you've rehearsed, I call it rehearsed, not practice, but you've rehearsed those plays, and then when it happens and you pull it off, it's like it's like figuring out the math question, and you go, oh my goodness, I got it.
Eureka.
A feeling of joy. That's what I think needs to drive this team. Where's that feeling of joy when we pull this off? They know they're capable of it because they did it in the first period.
It's a job at the end of the day, but you're out there because you love it.
Right.
The best time is when you're out there winning and scoring. And I agree. They probably had a much better first period. They looked like they were holding their sticks a little bit lighter. The celebrations after each goal, Karimov had a hyping up the crowd, and Mitch Young too.
I even saw he waved at you. He's like, "That's for you, Connor."
Very much appreciated. But yeah, just it's a lot of that. Yeah, a lot of it's huge. You have to have fun when you're doing it. It's a tough job, and it's a long season. There's 68 games.
Right.
So you got to have find fun somewhere, and if you don't do it now, then how are you going to find
it? That's right.
In the
well, it's us against all is the hashtag that the Sarnia Sting have put out there for playoff hockey.
It sure feels like it.
Yeah, right. So we'll see what happens in the next 20 minutes. Thanks again to Hughes Intelligence for allowing us the opportunity to broadcast up here, and so many other people, all of you on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I don't know if we're going to see each other again. What do we got? What's this here?
The Sarnia changes anything going into the third, or do they keep the game plan? You got to go back to the first period game plan. Yeah. Just keeping the pace up, keeping the energy up, like time and space. I'll say.
But then there's a prediction side to all of this. Flint's going like they kind of maybe I think they figured a little bit out what they were doing in the first period, and the Sting, didn't work so good this time. So there has to be some adjustment, I think, that goes on there. But who knows? We'll see. But that's a great question for sure. All right. Well, we're going to wrap things up on Facebook, and we don't know if we'll see you again in another home game. Hopefully we do. Well, at least Connor will be here. I'll be in Germany, so I'll have to watch. But we can always do a remote from Germany.
Guten Tag.
Right? All right, thanks, everybody. Appreciate you all so very, very much. I know Connor does.
More than you know.
As well, yeah, both of us together. So thank you very much. Thanks to the Sarnia Sting as well for allowing us to be here. And I do give shout-out to my friends Lee Cunningham, Pat DeRoche. I think Sean Gladwich is filling in, Terry Doyle and Barry Wright, who are the pros that I've learned so much from, and I could go on. But thank you all very much. Hopefully we'll see you again. But until next time, I'm David Burrows. This is Connor Burke. 1, 2, 3.
Go Sting, go.